Hey guys, how you doing? This is another Beatles fan, and today we have a new series on the channel, kinda. This is my vinyl haul for January and February this year. I'm gonna try and do that because you guys seem to like my record collection videos, and also because I like to show you guys what I've been up to, what I've been listening, right? So to start off, before we do that though, just wanna give a shout out to the song "We All Stand Together." Paula Grant Auctions, if you don't know the channel, maybe the best Beatles channel on YouTube, did a video about it, and I was kind of surprised to find that people in the US are not familiar with We All Stand Together. Here's the little frogs here, and it wasn't included in the Brazilian version of All the Best. It's a record that introduced me to Paul's solo career, especially because my dad owned it, and so I love it. I just have a super nostalgic feeling, and I'm feeling nostalgic today. So yeah, give it a listen. If you haven't, check out the clip, it's great. Anyway, after the shout out here, let's start with the haul. So it was the final days of December where I found a great deal on a record that I wanted for quite a long time, and that is Wings Over America. If you're not familiar with it, you should be, because it swings Paul McCartney's 70s band live, and they play great. I do feel like some of the versions in this album are as good as the studio versions, and that's something to be said. I'm a guy who prefers to listen to studio recordings, but this is great. And this pressing here is in a very glossy cover, as you can see. It's got this pink on the inner cardboard here. It looks really good. It's got also a poster, and the record comes in this paper sleeve, which I hate. Not paper, really, plastic. And I don't like it at all. I think it's kind of prone to damaging the record. But it's pure black vinyl. Here's side 1 and side 2. It's a triple one. And again, I love it. I think it's such a great live album. Paul's bass really shines through. Some people may say that it's too bassy, the recording is too bassy. I don't agree. I think it sounds fantastic. Paul's playing is next level here. If somebody tells you that Paul McCartney isn't a fantastic bass player, you should tell them to listen to this, because it's incredible. Paul just slaps the hell out of the bass. Not literally, because he's not a bass slapper. Anyway, next we had my birthday on January the 14th, and I got some of these records as presents. Some of them I bought it myself. First one, maybe one of my favorite live albums of all time, also a live album, maybe my favorite live album of all time, Simon and Garfunkel Live, Central Park. Wow, this is incredible. It's a vintage Brazilian recording, but the pressing sounds awesome. It's great. Here, the concert goers, right? It's a double album, and to me, I have heard to the entirety of Simon and Garfunkel's discography. I gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of everything there. I need to give it a listen again, but this kind of has everything I need for Simon and Garfunkel. And again, some of the versions I prefer the studio recordings, like 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. It's a Paul Simon song, or Scarborough Fair, but everything sounds so good here. It's the atmosphere, it's the thought that they were playing this Central Park. Just incredible stuff. Please give it a listen if you like 60s music. And again, this is kind of my ultimate Simon Garfunkel album. I like some songs that they don't include here, but everything you must know is here. And they also play some other tunes, especially Paul Simon's solo career, and they're great too, like the one I mentioned, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, also Still Crazy, Still Crazy, what the hell is that? Still Crazy After All These Years, I love that song too. It's an Epic label, Epic Records. Again, it's a double album. I love the boxer in this one. I love the solo performances. I don't know, what do you guys feel about it? I gotta be honest, I usually research on albums I love, but I don't know what's the general consensus here regarding this album. So if you guys have your own opinions, please let me know down below. And also please, give it a like, give this video a like, and subscribe to the channel. Of course, comment. You guys have been commenting a lot lately, and I'm grateful for it because I love interacting with you and I try to answer everything. So anyway, Paul Simon live Rhythm. I thought this was Rhythm, so I apologize. This is a live album by Paul Simon. I believe this was recorded in the 70s, and I gotta be honest, I did not give it a spin because it's kind of in a rough shape. It's got a lot of surface noise, and I bought it because it was literally $1. It was $1, and I thought I could salvage it by really cleaning it up, and it's playable, I guess. It's got a lot of scratch marks, but they're kind of surface scratch marks. I think you can see it here. I don't think they would damage the needle, but anyway, I'll see if I'm able to play it. Maybe it's on my queue, my playing queue. But again, I bought it just because it was $1, you know, converting. Now, again, for my birthday, my dad got me Mind Games by John, and John Lennon, of course. There will be an ultimate mix version of this album. This year, we're gonna see some new stuff. We're gonna probably listen to I'm the Greatest with John and vocals. Super excited about that. And it's not my favorite John album. Here, the super old sheet. And I forgot to mention, all of these are Brazilian pressings, except for Wings Over America. It's the international pressing. I'm pretty sure it's the 2018 reissue. I forgot to mention that. And yeah, again, I don't think this is John's best work. I don't think it's his worst also. I think it's okay. I love Mind Games. I love Number 9 Dream. I really like I Sumaisen. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry if I butchered the Japanese word. And I really like I Know, kind of a song that people feel like it is written for Paul. And one interesting fact about this pressing, again a Brazilian pressing on the Apple label, is that it's super lightweight. I don't know if you could hear the wobble, but it's there. And it's super lightweight, but when I realized that after I brought it home, I thought, holy shit, this is gonna sound terrible. And it doesn't. It sounds okay. It doesn't sound great. My current setup here doesn't have an equalizer where I can maybe add a little bass, add a little treble or whatever. So this kind of makes it for not a great listen. I want to upgrade my system so I can better enjoy it. For example, this album that I feel like it lacks oomph, it lacks bass on this pressing. Again, not the album itself, the pressing. Okay, and yeah. Now, last two records. Again, for my birthday, this one was an album that I really wanted to buy for a long time. Pipes of Peace, of course. This is Paul, 80s Paul, and I'm looking forward to complete my Paul McCartney collection. I have a ton of records to buy yet, especially. I don't like this cover. I think this cover didn't age well. Although the front cover in itself looks okay. I think looks interesting. There's stuff going on. The back cover looks bad. I think doesn't look good. Anyway, the main album that I don't have from Paul McCartney is Wings at the Speed of Sound. It's the only Wings record I don't own, and I really want to buy it. So yeah, we got pictures of everyone involved in the recording process, especially Ringo here. We got, I think it's Steve Gadd, yeah, Stanley Clarke, Michael Jackson, of course, with Say 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 and The Man. Love both. I think this album is good. Wouldn't say it's on my top 10 Paul McCartney albums. It's kind of a duo with Tug of War, right? I feel like this is Tug of War Part 2, and I would rather listen to Tug of War if I had to pick one, but I don't. I can listen to both, so there's that, right? We have this lyric sheet here. This is a picture of the album cover, and there's I had never noticed that this little Tug of War thing here, and this is a Van Gogh, I believe. Don't know if that was the inspiration. Here we have the record in itself. And it's interesting because we have the Parlophone, kind of looks like a classic label. I don't know if it is a classic one. And here we have the chair, right? That kind of represents the album. And again, I think it's good. I like Hey Hey, the instrumental. I think it's super different, kind of jazz fusion-y. Sounds great. And Average Person is a song that I liked, but now I don't care for it too much, to be honest. Through Our Love, I'm sorry, it's classic McCartney ballad. Pipes of Peace in itself is a great song, of course. Say 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 is incredible. Keep Undercover, quite like it. So Bad, beautiful song by Paul, beautiful falsetto voice. I don't think he's ever used in any other record. Not that I can recall, anyway. So this is Pipes of Peace, and while I chat here, I'm putting everything together again. And anyway, last record here, these were my January buys, so I bought a lot of stuff, but I'm kind of saving up now, so I'm not buying as much records as I used to. So this is the last record I bought. Bought it 2 weeks ago, kind of, a week and a half ago. Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited. This is interesting because it's got this yellow outline here instead of the white one. And it's a Brazilian pressing, and it says, highlighting like a Rolling Stone. Here's the back cover. This is the place where I bought it. And I love this one. I love Bob Dylan. I'm trying to get more into his solo work. I'm sorry, into his albums. He doesn't have solo work, of course. And the cover doesn't look in great shape, but the record is playing really well. It's a great pressing, to be honest. And I don't think I'll ever talk about this record again in the channel. Maybe I will, but I just wanted to mention how much I enjoy it. I have to be on a specific frame of mind for it to really hit, I think. That's kind of my deal with every single Dylan album, I think. I gotta want to be in the mood for Dylan. But again, I love all songs. I love Desolation Row, of course, Like a Rolling Stone, just like Tom Thumb's Blues, it's great. Queen Jane Approximately, Tombstone Blues, It Takes a Lot to Laugh, It Takes a Train to Cry. So all of them are pretty great records, right? Anyway, guys, what do you guys think about my haul? Do you own these albums? Do you guys love them? Do you guys hate them? Please let me know down below. And again, if you can like and subscribe, it does help me out a ton. Thank you guys. See you later.